Welcome to Gluten-Free Best Friends. Today I'm going to be making a delicious garlic bread. I recently got the Send Me Gluten-Free box, and in it was some Sevierly Good bread mix, and so I thought I would use this to make some garlic bread. For today's recipe, we're going to need some of the Sevierly Good bread mix, olive oil, earth balanced butter, eggs, garlic, thyme, basil, some warm water, and some fresh herbs. The first thing that we're going to need to do is just mix up the bread. So all we're going to do is pour the bread with some eggs, some oil, and some warm water in our mixer and get it all together. Okay, so I am ready. I have my bread hook on to mix it all up. So I'm going to start by pouring in the mix. Now there is a yeast packet in here already, so I'll have to make sure I find that. There we go, I'll pour it all in, and there's the packet. Okay, so we'll just pour in the yeast. There we go. We'll just mix the yeast. Okay, I will add in my eggs. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and I will also add my olive oil. There we go. 1/4 cup of that. Next, I'll put in my warm water. So here is 1.5 cups of warm water. There we go. So I'm only going to mix this for about 2 minutes, but while that's going, I'm going to get the garlic bread part of this recipe ready. So what you're going to need is 1/2 cup of butter. I'm using the Earth Balance, some garlic, salt and pepper, and I'm using some thyme and some basil to season it, and I'm also going to use some fresh herbs as well. So you can kind of be creative and add what you want. I like a lot of garlic. You might not like as much as I do, so you can get a little bit creative if you like. While I am getting the stuff for the garlic bread ready, I am going to give the bread some time to rise, about 20 to 30 minutes. So I'll just cover it up while it does its thing. Okay, so I'm going to use 4 cloves of garlic. Sounds pretty crazy, but it's garlic bread after all. And I love garlic. The more the better, in my opinion. Must be my Italian roots. Just can't help it. Now I can add some of my thyme. There we go. And some of the basil. There we go. I also have some fresh thyme that I want to add in. So I'm just going to go ahead and break off some of this. Well, that's a really small piece. Put that in there. Get the leaves. Here's a bigger piece. This one will be better. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just grab little balls of the dough. Still kind of sticky, but that's okay. And just roll it around in the buttery goodness. There we go, and then flap it in the pan. I'm just going to do this entire batch of dough until it's all gone. If there is any butter left over, I'm just going to pour it on top because you can never have too much butter, right? Just because you're eating gluten-free doesn't mean it's a diet. Common misconception. So I'm going to let this sit for maybe 10 or 15 more minutes before I put it into the oven. It smells so good already. I'm really excited. Yeah, there wasn't much butter left over, so you're good. Although there's plenty in my hands. So okay, we'll just wait a little bit and then cook it. I have the oven preheating to 400, so we should be ready by the time this rises. Okay, so we're ready. Before I toss it in, I am just going to, for fun, sprinkle a little bit of the Go Veggie Parmesan on top. Just cause I think it's gonna be delicious. Make it a little bit extra special. So I'm just gonna pop it in, cook it from like 30 to 40 minutes, and then we'll give it a try. Wow, this looks so good. Oh, it's still bubbling a little bit, so it's definitely need to cool off, but it's perfectly browned on the top. Looks awesome. Okay, so since we kind of just made it by just kind of tossing clumps in, it's gonna be really easy to pull apart. So I'm just gonna pick something, hopefully a small amount first. All right, it smells super garlicky. Mmm. That is so good. The texture is just like garlic bread I remember eating as a kid. I think this bread would be really good. Well, just by itself, it's delicious, but it'd be great dipped in pasta sauce, dip it in some pesto, or just eat it as is, you know, with a Italian dish. It's really good. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Gluten-Free Best Friend. I hope you enjoyed this garlic bread. It is so good. It smells great. I highly recommend it. And a thank you again to Send Me Gluten-Free for giving me some of that Sevierly Good bread mix. I wouldn't have this without it, so thank you. if you'd like some more detailed instructions of how you can make the garlic bread or where you can find the Sevierly Good bread mix, be sure to check the link to the blog in the description below. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon!